For those of you that don't know, in New York, there's a guy, somebody, whatever. I'll try to get a picture of him and put him up. No relation for the guy in history, but when you're an immortal and you sit counsel because the world is breaking apart faster than the mortals of the time, you sometimes use words that are going to be at the moment in your future so you can chase it backwards and pair it together. I used to call I have to be careful because there's a Father Brennan, Brennan, who I actually came to like in Church of England, we'll say. I used to call him Stormin Norman. STORMINNORMAN. He used to say that my Viking tradition of being a savage beast woman and a shield maiden made me not able to see the other side of the coin for which my Roman Empire still looks over. And I said to him, I said, listen to me, beast. I said, you will become my beast of burden, all of your children, teaching them this method. What you don't know is I have an eye in the storm that's going on at all times on all land masses. Watching my up ahead birth and where and what is causing me to wake up poor, penniless. All the children have forgotten. There's no patriotism. There's no church anywhere. Not Catholic, not Church of England. There's mosques, which you don't even know what that is. I said, you know the slime in the little cove, the COVE, when you're over by the shores of like somewhere in Normandy or in Britannia? Right. You know the slugs, the sea slugs? Right. They're called mollusks. It's what you Irish refer to for the religion elsewhere because they're not part of your protest church. I take no offense to it. They hear that, they'll take offense. But this is a way for us to patriotize our conversation throughout time since words evolve. And sometimes I need to tell you things, and then I change the word slightly not to offend the others. But then there's a pairing for myself when I come awake, since there's nobody I can fucking trust. Not in history, not now. So, here's the thing, Stormin Norman. You had Bay of Pigs invasion, you had the French storming the Normandy beaches, killing in massive quantities. They're facially correct brothers. Why? What for? You assholes, what you don't realize is there are things beyond the kingdom bounds of the White Kingdom. There's another white meat that looks nothing like us. That is nothing, it's not a country that we promote. I don't want people to go looking for it. I don't want people talking to them. I don't want people teaching them our language and our customs. Same goes for everybody in the South. All color is drained to below the equatorial line. The other white meat that are not our children are stuck in the corner right by the water, and that's it. So I'm a little confused why when I wake up 1978, I have the children stuck in the corner purposely. We even built a playpen wall. So this way there would be no fucking confusion. You walk, you see the wall, you're like, oh, I remember Catherine the Great. She told us about that. I'm headed back to White Europe and Russia. Do you understand? You keep making up these problems about this new Patriot Act that I'm putting in place, that I'm selling bondage to, because if my men on the land that I'm going to wake up in, the new Discovery Kingdom land was for everybody north of the equator in our kingdom, our same-like kingdom. You walk from Russia all the way across to Portugal. They are exactly the same white, There's very few, like, distinguishing differences. We all look alike. Yes, we do. And we all own New Kingdom across the water and North America. It's like a summer vacation for all of us. It's amazing. So then why the fuck would you invite the children we purposely stuck in the corner that are facially ugly and disfigured, that don't look like us? Why would you allow the Congo CAR children, CAR, Congo something Republic, I don't know. Why would you allow their dark-skinned children to come up through the Florida Panhandle and just like blend in like they belonged all along? And increase in numbers like crazy. And not one of the white children could like help out and clean house and go, you keep shoving your shit into our lands and it's going to be massive hemorrhage. I'll give you a vacate and an evacuate, but get your shit back where it belongs. Not here. Do you understand? There's no mass promotion of what we got going on between North America and Western Europe into Russia. That's extraterrestrial haven and heaven for the children that are going to increase in numbers and need like brothers and sisters no matter which lands they walk across. So there is no warring amongst brothers that need breeding partners that like attractive women. Why would you want to ugly your women with other things that are not allowed to breed with you? Just curious. They have their own breeding program. But again, in White Kingdom, if I'm talking to you, we only talk about each other. When I leave as the top of the jungle and the top of the tree, I have responsibility elsewhere. I have to treat their children just as respectfully as I treat you idiots in white territory. I just have no patience for the white ones because it's like, what the fuck are you talking back to me for? I'm the one who goes around the world to try to keep them there, you here, and now you're worried about a couple of pennies? Are you fucking kidding me? I say I need to lock down the New Kingdom with a U.S. Patriot bondage on paper, saying that if you drag our stupid fucking children and grandchildren away from New Kingdom and anywhere in Western Europe or Russia, white Russia, into somebody else's white meat facially disfigured elsewhere, that there is nobody gonna allow them, not money, not homeland, they are not allowed to move. They are lucky at that point if we even supply them with what they need to survive, depending on how bad the breakout is. And that goes for children around the world. So why are there so many fucking societal breakdowns in America? I'm just curious, anything white or patriotic. Same goes for Western Europe, same goes for fucking Russia. I don't really give a shit. I mean, I have to cover the mollusks and the Muslims, which I will. But when I get to them, I'm very respectful of them, and I ask them to teach me what they're up to and what their people are experiencing in problem territory to help them out. I don't like hearing that it's involved with something in the whiter northern half. There's a reason why we have like hemispheres, left and right, and then north and south. South of equatorial is colored. In the middle, it blends just slightly. But the white facially disfigured are in the corner, and that's where they stay. And they don't go south. They don't go to anything colored. They have a tendency to eat children. I'm not even kidding. It's what we used to tell them. I'm like, listen to me. You call your kids cats. Well, my kids are cats. You call your kids dogs because they fight for the cats, and we get along. Great. I have a non-white meat. I have a white meat that is not my children. Nothing that I cover in my kingdom. They're like, I don't know how to give you anything. They're just not ours. But I'm, again, still responsible for being nice to them. However, they eat cats and dogs. They smell horrific. And they're constantly wanting to come over and breed with my children in order to mix their genetics so they have more numbers, so they think like they have more say in the world, which they don't. They have more killing that we will happily afford them, that they will die in greater number, just for interfering with world politics and world economics everywhere. That was the patriotic conversation. Everything darker skinned, I have to put back where they belong and give them some money in order to build their society and communities, fresh water, and so on and so forth. Like they afforded themselves in America, where they weren't allowed to stay. Great, so now you get a taste of it. Perfect. We'll give you some money and a ship. Go build that and go replicate that over where your people need you. I have cleaning to do. I have, in the Middle East section, I've always gotten along with them as long as they stay where they belong. I know there's a whole lot of fighting, but guess what? You dragged us over there with all my men. They're all over Iraq, Iran. Now guess who's not allowed into America? And I don't have to tell you why. Same as the other white meat that's facially disfigured that I gotta get rid of. This is a major job and a major affair, being an extraterrestrial and having multiple generations that know what you put your name to, how you built the world and created it, and then them finding out not liking what you have to say or not understanding properly, and then looking for you and wanting to snuff you out so that then they can get their way through other channels. But then that's discovered, and then I get held in accountability. Why didn't I know? Well, how do I know if they killed me? In the route that I was going and I was documenting for you, if they kill me in that route, it still exists. It's just only certain areas have access to it at kingdom level, which they don't know about. And I don't need them searching for it either, because they're rerouting the future by messing with the history in the past based on what they've learned, based on the fact that you've allowed them to move, have a voice, have money, and have some kind of like group. I call it a coalition. Like, you know that dirty coal, that COAL that you burn, it's black, right? If you sometimes you could put it on your face and then you used to look all like dark, right? And then everybody got mad. They're like, wait, are they making fun of us? No, they work in the coal mines and it's a dirty job. They get black tar lung. It's hard work. So those men, that's what we used to call it a coalition. There's a company, and then there's the enlightened. We try to enlighten the people that belong in the correct lands, so this way they have an edge and they can protect themselves. But the longer that they let things go on and look the other way, the harder this becomes in the future for your grandchildren and your grandchildren's grandchildren. Because all your children do is inherit all your mistakes. You inherited the mistakes before you. And so on and so forth. We've been trying to fix the world, but you all like fucking drag your ass and then think you have a say in like you're gonna rebuild the world your way. Really? I've looked at what you've done with the fucking place. You made a mess. And you made it really hard to clean up now.